Transgender killers reacting in court. Shocking cases. Welcome back to our channel, where we delve into the most intriguing and often controversial world of crime and justice. In today's video, we will explore the cases of transgender killers and their reactions in court. These cases shed light on the complexities of the criminal justice system and the challenges faced by transgender individuals. Without further ado, let's dive right into it. Joshua Bourgeois. First on our list is the case of Tracy Williams. Tracy Williams was a 22-year-old transgender woman from Houston with a creative mind and always smiling and dancing. People who knew her said she had a star quality and seemed destined to become a performer. But like several other transgender women, Williams appears to have fallen victim to violence at the hands of an intimate partner, an issue that, while not particular to the transgender community, has had a profound effect on it. The homeless Williams was stabbed in a Houston parking lot on July 30, but her body sat in the morgue for about 10 days until the police department reached out to Houston's LGBTQ community for help identifying her, according to community advocates who organized a campaign to identify her. Police charged her boyfriend, 25-year-old Joshua Bourgeois, with her murder in late August. It's unclear what may have led him to kill the young woman, allegedly, but his reaction in court, which revealed how unmoved he was, proves that he did it on purpose. The killing of Brianna Gay. On 11 February 2023, a 16-year-old British transgender girl from Birchwood in Warrington, Brianna Gay, was killed in Colchester Linear Park in Colchester, Warrington. Two accused teenagers, a boy and a girl, aged 15, are in police custody, having been charged with murder 4 days after the incident. A motive has not been established, and police are investigating all lines of inquiry, including investigating the killing as a possible hate crime. Both 15-year-olds, who cannot be named for their age, wore gray sweatshirts and jogging bottoms as they appeared separately in the court dock. From their reaction, they didn't even feel sorry, nor did they have any feeling of remorse. Police described the killing as a targeted attack. On 15 February, the suspects were charged with murder, refused bail, and placed in youth detention. The next day, the suspects appeared, via video link, in a brief hearing at Liverpool Crown Court. At this hearing, Judge David Aubrey remanded them in youth detention accommodation until a pre-trial preparation hearing on 2 May 2023, in which they were to enter their pleas. However, the accused were not required to enter a plea and were remanded until a further hearing on 11 May. He also tentatively set their trial to start on 10 July 2023. It is predicted that the trial will last for approximately 3 weeks. The murder of Gwen Araujo. Gwen Araujo was a 17-year-old transgender teenager who lived in Newark, Calif, with her mother, Sylvia Guerrero. Araujo was born with male genitalia, but her immediate family noticed early on that she identified more easily with being a girl than a boy. She was killed 20 years ago, but the murder of Gwen Araujo is still essential today. The 17-year-old from the San Francisco Bay Area was punched, beaten, and eventually strangled to death when several men discovered she was a transgender woman. Araujo was eventually strangled to death with a rope, tied up, and taken by 4 men in a pickup truck to a camping area in the El Dorado National Forest, where they buried her body. Police arrested Josie Muriel and Magidson, who were accused of strangling Araujo. A few weeks later, they also arrested Cazares. Nabors agreed to testify against his friends in exchange for a reduced manslaughter charge. During the trial, the defense maintained that Araujo deceived the men into non-consensual sex by not revealing her biological gender and that the men reacted out of rage when they killed her. While in court, the men didn't feel remorse and were not ready to admit their fault or even own up to the crime. That's just another shade of crazy. Daqua Ritter and Xavier Pinckney. These two South Carolina men were charged with hate crime and obstruction offenses. A 5-count federal indictment unsealed on Tuesday revealed per a statement by the Department of Justice. Dime Doe, a transgender woman, 24, was found on Aug. 4, 2019, slumped over the steering wheel of her car after being shot in Allendale County, along the South Carolina-Georgia border, according to the State Law Enforcement Division, the Post and Courtier previously reported. Doe's death occurred about 2 weeks after Denali Stuckey, a 29-year-old transgender woman, was fatally shot in North Charleston on July 20, per the report. Daqua Ritter, 26, was charged with a hate crime for the murder of Doe because of her gender identity, using a firearm in connection with the hate crime and obstruction of justice, according to the filing. The indictment also charged Xavier Pinckney, 24, with 2 obstruction offenses for providing false and misleading statements to authorities investigating the murder of Doe. While in court, both men kept a straight face with no feeling of remorse and compassion for the family of the victim. The murder of Nikki Kuhnhausen. Moving on, last but not least, is the murder of Nikki Kuhnhausen. A Vancouver, Washington man was convicted of killing transgender teen Nikki Kuhnhausen and sentenced to 20 years. A jury found David Bogdanov, then 27, guilty of second-degree murder and malicious harassment, a hate crime under Washington law, the Columbian reported. Kuhnhausen, 17, was reported missing in June 2019, and a hiker found her skull in the woods near Larch Mountain in eastern Clark County in December 2019. Police arrested Bogdanov days later. Prosecutors said Bogdanov strangled Kuhnhausen with a cell phone charger cord after learning she was transgender during a sexual encounter in his van. After dumping her body, Bogdanov booked a one-way flight to Ukraine and called a friend to get rid of his car, according to trial testimony. He returned to the U.S. about 6 weeks later. Bogdanov's attorneys claimed he was acting in self-defense and said they would appeal the conviction and sentence in court. Bogdanov testified that he pushed Kuhnhausen away and yelled for her to get out of his car and that she lunged for a loaded gun he had near the driver's seat. Bogdanov said he wrapped the phone charger around her shoulders to pull her away, but the cord slipped around her neck. The court noted at sentencing an element of predation in the case, because Kuhnhausen was 17 and Bogdanov was 25 at the time. Bogdanov admitted during trial to giving Kuhnhausen alcohol. The judge also noted testimony that Bogdanov lied to police during the 6 months she was missing, prolonging the suffering and agony of the family and community. While in court, Bogdanov kept a straight reaction. He was bold and had no remorse, and even after being sentenced, he chuckled. However, Kuhnhausen's mother, Lisa Woods, told the newspaper outside the courtroom that she feels the judge honored Kuhnhausen's life. We hope this exploration has provided you with a deeper understanding of the diverse experiences within the transgender community and their interactions with the criminal justice system. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more exclusive content if you found this video informative. Thank you for watching, and until next time, continue to seek knowledge and stay informed.